The following program contains world premier certified ball players and credible interviews. Latest, hottest content material may not be suitable for people with the following medical condition: original phobia, acute player hater disorder, no jumper, no handles, allergic to playing defense. If you suffer from any of these conditions, contact your coaching staff.
3 minutes to go.
Welcome to License to Ball podcast, where certified ballers play. And now here's your host, Hip Hop.
I want to welcome everybody to the License to Ball show. What we got on tap today is the Hoopsgiving Day 1 recap. Man, jam-packed. The show's going to be one of the longest shows like it was last year on audio podcast. It's going to be one of the longest shows. And I'm still going to leave stuff out and people out. Just do the best we can and cover all the main topics because so much going on. You got 9 games. When you got 9 games on it starting at 8:30 in the morning, you basically got to leave your house at 7. And just getting this show done and getting this show done actually early is a bear. But Chris Williams put on a good event like always. Do a real good job on it, man. He does a real good job on this event. Very, very organized. Very organized with it, man. I hope my sound is better now. My voice was kind of low. I was reading the comment sections that the voice was real low and it's switching back and forth. I think I fixed the problem. It was really not a problem. It just, you got to hit a button. So, Chris does a real good job, man, over there. And he has a college event, too, as well. He has a college event as well. He does. So, it's real good, man. 9 games. 12 hours a day, man. He put in all his work, man. It is crazy. It is. I mean, it's crazy. It's ludicrous, man. All this stuff. So I'm amazed how much I got done in a short period of time I had in 2 days with this jam-packed stuff, man. So, man, we're gonna focus on the main stuff, and then like we got up first, we're gonna be talking about Christopher Columbus against McEachern on day 1 on Friday over there on Black Friday. This game did not disappoint at all. This game did not disappoint at all. Real good game. I mean, didn't disappoint at all, man. You got Columbus. Like, one of the things, like, if Columbus don't blow you out, and I watched both games, but if Columbus don't blow you out and they win the game, they're going to win the game for one reason at all. And nobody has figured this out yet. They score about 10 to 12 points on inbounds. They run real good inbounds plays, and they run them to a T. And what a lot of people make a mistake on, they play man on inbounds against Columbus. And I wouldn't do it. I will play zone or matchup zone on inbounds. And you'll shut down at 10 points. They're getting free 10 points because they run a good man inbounds plays and they're killing people off of them. They're just really killing people. So that's the biggest thing I notice why they win. More power to them. Coaches don't notice this. I notice it. And then you got Carlos Boozer, man. Carlos Boozer's son, Cameron Boozer, scored 40 points. And it looks so easy. Man, when I first started this, and my co-host back in the day on the Licensed Ball podcast years ago, and when he was watching Quincy Miller, and I was bragging on Quincy Miller, and he thought I was just bragging on because he's from Chicago. And I go, no, no, I ain't bragging on because he's from Chicago. He good. And so he came and watched him play. He said, I knew you wasn't lying about Quincy. I knew Quincy was good because he didn't sweat. That's what you mean. He said great players don't sweat. So any good player you see, if they real good, they don't sweat. It look easy to them. They playing easy because it is easy to them, man. Man, he ain't lying about that to this day. And look at Boozer, Cameron Boozer. He don't be sweating a lot at all. Hardly ever sweat when you see him playing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and cue up these plays, man. I'm gonna go up and cue up these highlights. Oh, man, it was not disappointing at all. He played pretty big, not big enough. And you got Ace Bailey right here, scored 31 points, was not enough to get him over the hump. But he played big. Ace Bailey ran out of gas. The kid ran out of gas. But I gotta say something about this. John McQueen, look at this. See, off that down screen right there, hit a three right here. And look at this right here, man. That's Paul George. He had a Paul George game. But he just ran out of gas. Then he hit the weights a little bit more and conditioned more. Look at that. Bam, 24 with an alley-oop. He had a nice game, too. But look at Ace about to break this dude down. Look, he just broke his ankles right there. Did an Iverson on him. But he needs to get in the weight room a little bit more. I don't know why they don't steal the ball against this guy a lot more because he telegraphed his long court passes. I just don't understand. Nice pass by Ace right there. He really getting the motion right there. I just think that kid need to get in the weight room a little bit more and get conditioned because he ran out of gas a little bit. He could have had 50. I think he was in better shape. I mean, literally, he could have had 50. And they would have won the game then. He just needs some more help. Look at this alley-oop right there. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. But there's a nice little spin cycle right there with an and one. He had a decent game, too, as well. And here's right here, John McQueen had the best game of the season right there. He stepped up, but I think he got more in the tank than that. He just gotta play better, man. He just gotta really play better than he is. And he'll show up, man. Look at this right here. He all over him, and he wetting it in his face, all in the mouth, like the mouth shot, like the MC was saying. Right here, I didn't like this right here. I liked the play, but I didn't like this. This happened because they called a foul, one of the most stupidest fouls on the kid. They called one of the most stupidest fouls on Ace Bailey. When the guy shoved him in the chest, lowered his shoulder, Cameron lowered his shoulder in his chest, and then knocked him back a little bit, and he cut him off, and they called a blocking foul on Ace. That's crazy. And then here's another thing about refereeing. I'm going to tell you right now, those Boozer boys, they're going to Duke. Because you watch how they play, they are being coached up for Duke. They try to run the whole game. I know you can't call every foul, but both of them combined for 12 offensive fouls first half. They are getting Duke calls. They're going to Duke. They're already being prepped for Duke, working referees. And I see Dad over there coaching them up with that Duke stuff. And it would make it so sad that you have Georgia referees giving outside teams calls, giving them home cooking like they at home, and you giving these guys on the road calls, which normally should never happen. This is a rule of thumb in basketball. When you playing, you know, when you're on the road, you're not going to be getting calls that you normally would get. They are getting calls, and they from Miami getting calls over Georgia teams. And they are fouling a lot. The fouling is very noticeable. If you got your head in the clouds and you just love the Boozers, they great players. I seen Sidebar. Caden, he's a pro too, I think. I think he's going to be a pro too. He's not going to be coming when his brother comes. He's going to be coming on a delay. He's going to be playing a little bit more college basketball. But watching these kids, I mean, you got your head in the clouds and you just looking at who their dad is and where they ranking. You're giving them calls that they don't even deserve to get called. They are actually ramming people in the chest, offensive fouling. A couple of times, it was a guy. He wasn't selling it. It's bad refereeing. One referee in particular doesn't understand basketball. The defensive player understands basketball. He's standing there and he knows he's going to run him over. So what he does is he does a pro defensive move. He relaxes his body and let Cameron takes over his body and knock him down. He's not going to hold it. The guy's running in his chest, so he's just sitting there and saying, you know what? He's going to run into me. I'm going to relax my body and let him control my body for a split second and knock him on the ground. And he think he's flopping. No, he's not flopping. Then if he holds his ground and try to be a man about it, you call a blocking foul, which is so crazy. I mean, it is so crazy. It's so crazy, man. It makes no sense at all. No sense at all. None whatsoever. That just drove, I mean, that literally drove me crazy watching that. Just giving them calls. And it's blatant. If you pass on something, you pass on something. But what's going to Cameron, man? This dude, Cameron right here, had 40 points, man. 40 points. Ridiculous. 40 points. And had a double-double, 10 rebounds. I mean, he really took over the game. And sometimes he's so used to his dad, he know not to look to the sidelines. His dad trying to get his attention. He already know what his dad want to say and do. And he go and step up and do it. And he bigger. One twin rules over the other twin. I don't know if y'all know this, but I started thinking, because he the bigger one, I think the little one is the leader of those two. I know it might sound crazy. And you could tell that they work with their dad because they play real physical, which I love. It's not ACC basketball at all how the physical they play. They play big. That's Big Ten type style, but they won't be going to the Big Ten. As you can see, I don't think they got one on their list. But Miami, I know Miami recruiting them real hard, but they season for Duke, how they work calls and play over the edge and sometimes cheat, what Duke players do. We all know that. But we're going to go in and play Cameron. Now, that's a three we just missed. I had to pull that up. And he starts from the outside in. He shoots the ball very well at 6'10". Very well at 6'10". Now, look at this passing right here. When you try to take away his shooting ability or scoring ability, should I say. And then they got another three right there. He shoots threes very well. Very soft right here. That dribble handoff right here. And he dribbled to the dead spot right there. The 15-footer pull up right there. So nice. Had the game on display right here. Ace not used to guarding somebody who could put the ball on the floor and do this. That's why he's able to get around and look at this right here. He's not used to doing anything. And then another thing, he can't play real physical because they call cheap fouls against the kid. Against a young man, should I say. And right, he cut into the hole right here, got a complete game right here. But, man, I was very impressed with Ace right here. Here's the inbounds play I'm telling you about right. They scoring on inbounds because you're in man. You got to get out that man, y'all. You got to get out that man. The man is killing y'all. That man defense is killing you. That's one of the biggest things, like one of the biggest secrets in their game right there is that man-to-man defense on inbounds is killing people. And they got to figure that out. They really got to figure that out. On that, they really got to figure that out, man. But I don't want to play this again because I ain't get it from the top. Showing these threes right here. Kid has a real complete game. I mean, really complete game. Complete game, man. Complete game. Man, really complete game. And what we got next on deck is Mount Vernon versus Pebblebrook. Trey Scott, Dennis Scott's son, the third, really played very big. Real big, man. Played real big. Starting to come, having a coming out party. Got an interview with him coming up right after these highlights and everything, man. Pebblebrook is very scrappy, but Mount Vernon dismantled that team. Coach over there becoming a real good coach. He's real developing into a real good coach over there. Doing a real good job. But how they were playing, and they got the athletic big down there, and they got Keywan Garris' son, is very underrated. Understand the game very well, and you can see on the court how high his basketball IQ is. As you can see how high his basketball IQ is. Got a very big game to itself, man. Very high basketball IQ on that. So we're going to go ahead, with no further delay, we're going to go ahead and play these highlights from Mount Vernon and Pebblebrook game. Trying to trap, but it didn't work. That's Garris right there making a good play right there, man. Real good play. Played very well. I was very impressed with him. Good to see Illinois kid like that doing good things. But Pebblebrook always a team every year. It's a team you don't want to play. This game winning the double overtime. Look at that right there. Xavier right there with the nice slam. Passing out a post trade doing to Garris. Hitting the three. That kid Gaines coming along very well. Game coming along very well. Right here, this is the shot that sent the game in overtime. I couldn't believe they left him wide open. But Mount Vernon still was too much. They let him back in the game, and then overtime, this trade just took over. See right here. And I was talking about he shot over 50% because he was 6 for 11, not 5 for 11. Look at this done right. Wham. Nice flush. Nice flush. That's a nice flush right there from him. Real nice flush. Yeah, we got Trey gonna be joining the show. Got an interview with him. Gonna be joining the show. Looking forward to this. Him joining the show, man. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be real nice having him joining the show and talking to him. I've been wanting to have him on the show for the longest. I've been wanting him to have him on the show for the longest. And he's finally gonna be joining. He's finally gonna be joining the show. We'll have him on. Had him be on him on there, so go ahead and just go ahead and buzz him in, man. Go and bring him in here. Bring him into the show.
So y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get fined.
stand-up professional. Shouldn't have technical difficulty and real patient with me, man. I really appreciate that, man. And I love watching Hoopsgiving this weekend, man. Let's go dive right into how you played, man. It seemed like you was on fire this weekend, man.
So, yeah, it was just, I felt great this weekend. My teammates' energy before the game made me feel great. And throughout the game, I feel like our energy fed off each other. We just had a great game.
You almost shot 50% from the three-point line.
Hey, I was just shooting. I wasn't even worried about it. I was just shooting.
And they say that zone time right there. Shooter's paradise. As somebody I know who say that.
Yes, you know it.
Let's talk about the key to this game, man. How y'all just went out and just jumped on top of them from the outside looking in. Y'all looked like y'all was trying to play outside in on them on that, because how y'all was killing them from the outside, man. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I would definitely say it may have seemed like that, but it was like the opposite. We were playing inside out really, because we had the size advantage and the team was smaller than us, so we were trying to feed it inside. But we noticed that they were pinching, doubling, so we were just kicking the ball out, making reads, making the right play, and then staying calm and not rushing anything. So yeah, I would say that was our game plan.
When you knew you was hot, man, using the zone? When was that?
As soon as I made my first shot, because after I made that, I felt the energy from the game before, and the game before I felt hot too. So I just started shooting the ball. I was just making sure I was staying aggressive and not taking bad shots.
Any way we could turn that light up a little bit more?
Yeah, sorry.
There we go. No, it's all good, man. Shoot, it's Murphy's Law. That's all it is, man. So, man, you went out there and you were playing. It seemed like you had like a point to prove, man. Like you really wanted to show off your skills that day, and I have to say you did.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I definitely want to show people who I am, because I'm still trying to make a name for myself, because I knew we were playing Hoopsgiving. That's considered a big stage, so I was like, no better way to make a name for myself than to go out and prove a point, play hard, and play well.
Yeah. One thing I love is you just didn't shoot the three ball. You put the ball on the floor. You had the Allen Houston 2-dribble pull up with the left hand. You hit that. And then one thing I think that just because who your dad is, I think one of the biggest things overlooked in your game is your passing ability, especially out of the high post. I think you don't get credit about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I would definitely say that my passing is underrated, because I shoot the ball a lot and I shoot the ball well. People mainly pay attention to that, and like you say, my dad, people know who he is, and they're gonna like compare the shooting. But I'll say my most underrated part of my game is my passing, because like I see, like sometimes I watch a lot of film, so I see some plays happen like ahead of time. So like I know when my teammate is gonna be there, so I know where to put the ball. And like I would say my soft touch helps me, because like when I see someone fronting my bigs on my team, I can put the right touch, get the ball over them, and then I can lead them to where they're trying to go.
I'm about to hear this, y'all. This kid's 6'10", and see passing the ball to his bigs.
Yeah.
What has basketball came to nowadays?
Yeah.
It's all good, man. Like Brad Sellers wish he could play in this era, because they killed that man's game. I'm not sure you know what Brad Sellers is. If you don't know, ask your dad about him. I think he'll agree with me. He'll agree with me. He was before his time. They wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do, what y'all do nowadays. They put him up on the goal just because of his height, which was crazy, and kill his career. He played for the Bulls. Never had the career he should have had at all, man. Never had the career he should have had at all. And how you feel playing the stretch 4 and stretch 5 position?
I feel very comfortable playing this position, because obviously I like to pass the ball from the high-low to the high-low, and I like to shoot the ball, obviously. So being able to space out the floor, so basically anyone on our team who wants to post up can post up. If I want to post up, I can. And I feel like it is very good for our team, because it creates a lot of space, and that's obviously spacing is important. And also I like the ability to shoot, pass, post up, everything. So I really enjoy playing this position.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching you play, man, because we've been playing basketball tag, doing some stuff, and I've been running to you. And when I finally met you and watched your game, when the first time I seen you, you was in the post. I was like, man, isn't this guy's son in the post?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch you play a whole lot. Then I play some more. I said, okay, he got more to his game than that. That's what's up. He got more to his game. So, how you feel getting your legs back up under you?
I feel great. It's definitely bringing more confidence to my game, scoring-wise, defensively, rebounding, everything, because now I feel more comfortable sacrificing my body, trying to take a charge or move my feet on the hedge with a guard, stuff like that. And on the offensive end, as I keep getting my legs stronger, I feel more comfortable being aggressive offensively, attacking the rim, posting up, pump faking, like you say, 2-dribble pull-up, stuff like that. So I say it's bringing more confidence to my game.
One thing I don't know if you know, but they finally admitting this inherited DNA. So everything your mom has done in her life and your dad has done, you have it in your DNA. That's probably why sometimes you do things on instinct and you don't know, like, I already know how to do that. They have admitted to inheriting DNA.
Right.
So all these shots, so you just got to develop it. It's there. You just got to draw it out and develop it. Because I see my son do things that he never seen me do before in his life. Right. And he didn't already know how to do it. He ain't even thinking about it. He's doing it thinking like, man, I used to do that. And he's doing it, and he ain't never seen, like, I played football. I'm going to give you a quick story. He's playing football with himself and snapping the ball. I don't even watch football. Even though I played it. I don't even watch it no more. I don't really like it no more. I'm a Justin Fields fan. I don't even watch it. And he kind of knew the rules and understood that you got to snap the ball to the quarterback, and he'll snap it himself. And nobody in my family, we don't watch football nowhere. He already knew how. He just knew to do it.
Right.
Craziest thing about that. And I got another story for you too. You know, I'm from the south side of Chicago, so I used to watch your dad play on TV. I think it was CBS. I used to watch. I can't remember back then and day, but I used to watch him and go in the backyard and try to imitate him. And even though I'm an Illinois fan, it's the craziest thing. I didn't realize that till I seen you down here when I moved down here, and I ran into you in the gym, and it came back to me like, man, I used to try to imitate and be like his dad when I was playing. I said, and that's the craziest thing about it is I'm old enough to be his father. I'm like, man, I feel old because I was a young kid doing that when his dad was playing in college, trying to be like his dad. Like, that's crazy, man. And like, it's all like full circle. I never thought this moment would be here.
Exactly. I was saying everything comes full circle.
Crazy, man. I love basketball, man. I love doing this, man. And so this show's going to be real good. And I've been wanting you on the show, man. I'm so happy you're on this show, man. It's like my boy called me. He said this, who helped me out on my show a little bit. Said, you got so many rookie cards. I said, what you talking about rookie cards? It's like, man, you got dudes where a lot of guys, you was the first one to do stuff on, or you did something on them when you first did something on them. It's like, he's naming off all these players. Like, man, I ain't looking at it that way. I just be doing it. Like, that's why I don't like taking pictures with players. Like, even I think they're going to go somewhere, I feel uncomfortable taking pictures with players because I'm not doing it to take a picture with you. I'm doing it because cover the game. So, you know, it is what it is. But, man, two more things I want to talk to you about before we get up out of here. I want to talk about your recruitment and how that going is. And I know it seems like you got to have a must Georgia Tech on your list and feel obligated to it. Seem like the way. I don't know how you feel about that, but let's talk about your recruitment.
Yeah, I would say my recruitment is definitely heading in the direction again that I envisioned it being in, because obviously, like we're talking about, injuries slowed everything down. And as I've been playing better and I've been healthier, our recruitment's picked back up. Coaches starting to call me more, trying to find some visits. And yeah, I'll definitely say it's heading in the right direction. And Georgia Tech, obviously, I'd probably put that on my list because I live in Atlanta. My dad, that's a legacy there. So I definitely put that on my list. And especially because I also want to create a good relationship with the staff there. So yeah, I'll definitely keep Georgia Tech on my list.
You have a job in Atlanta too. And I like Stoudemire, man. I want Stoudemire. I want him to stick. And I told him I want him to stick. You're going to get a player to pop. I don't know if it's going to be you, but I said, you're going to get a player to pop. You're going to get one. You're going to get, hey, coach, don't get discouraged. Just keep digging away, man. You're going to get it, man. You really going to get it. So,
for sure.
Other question I got to ask you, you're not going to see this one coming at all, but let you watch the show on a regular basis, you might see it coming. Mm-hmm. But I've been gone for a while, and I don't know if you know, I've been doing this for 15 years. So when I had a son, I took a little bit of time off. but it's like a part two of this question. When I first came over to talk to you, did you know what I did or had any idea what Gym Rat Insider was? And if so, now when did you figure out what Gym Rat is?
I remember, like, I didn't know you were the one who ran the account, because I remember I'd see my teammates and I'd see my friends on Twitter, and it would be like top performer, player of the game, stuff like that. And then you did that for me too, and I was like, oh snap! And then I connected the dots, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I don't even want to. You can look at the archives at Gym Rat Insider and see what I have done, but I did some work. The only thing that kills me is when the players make it big, they forget about me. And I still love them. Not all of them. Like I give you problems on Jaylen Brown.
Right.
Since I met him when he was 14 years old, every time I talk to him, he's the same way, just more mature 14-year-old. Like, on that. So, man, I like how the players, like, they see me in the gym and they come back. Like I gave you another one. What's his name? ISIAH. I told the world, and I got it documented on the YouTube channel. I said he's going to eighth, and he's in the 8th grade or 7th grade. I said he's going to be in the NBA. He's going to be a lottery pick. I put that on there. I put that, said he's going to be in the NBA. And then he forgot about me, and I saw him in the gym over the summer. He looked, and I could tell it resonated, clicked back in his head. Like, that's the guy who said I was going to be in the league before I knew I was going to be in the league. I just said, nah, that kid, he got the it. Some people just got the it. They just develop it quick and just see that they get that it.
Yeah, you can just tell
on that, man. But I appreciate you joining the show, man, and all that stuff, man. You want to give out any shout outs and tell people how they can follow you on the social media or anything?
Oh yeah, my Instagram Trey.Scott4, and my Twitter is dscott1_.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Is it what you expected coming on the Licensed Ball show?
Oh, yeah. I loved it. You asked great questions.
I got you, man. Truth be told, I'm going to tell you that I forgot I'd do this, but I actually record the show Your Dad On. And when I do have time, I actually watch them. I watch because they pros.
Yeah.
I watch Change. I watch all those shows. I try to watch how they produce the show, how they talk about stuff, and how they set up the show, because you ain't got to reinvent the wheel. So how y'all steady and take jump shots, I steady and do this stuff. So I try to be professional. I really try to be professional. So, and I learned this from Bob Costas. I think I learned from Bob Costas. All you got to do is ask 3 questions. If you ask the right 3 questions, you got to interview, because off you respond off those 3 questions will turn into 12 if you do it right. Exactly. So that's how I do questions. So I try to, the more I know you, the better I can ask questions. And all my questions are freestyle.
Okay.
My whole show is structural freestyle. When I do the podcast, I really don't, I don't think it, like, man, I always say, like, hey, if I write all this stuff down and do this, the show be better. I don't think so. I think off the cup, just let me do it, and I just have, like, I know we're going to do Hoopsgivings. We're going to talk about main games. And I don't take no notes on the game. I memorize pretty much the whole game. Like, I don't have the notes in front of me, but almost when I said your stat line from 3-point line, it might be 1 or 2 numbers off, but it's pretty much accurate. I looked at it, I was like, damn, I said, this dude shot like 11 threes. He was like 5 for 11. I was like, that's pretty much 50%. It's not 50, like 46 or 47%, not doing the calculator out. So, man, I just do this all off of memory. Like, when I talk about your game before you came on, it's all on memory, man. I would look at the thing and talk about the film and remember what I just sit there and watch it, and I take mental.
Right.
On that, man. And I appreciate you as a savvy. So that means a lot for me to say I don't ask Cookie Coy like these stupid questions like, hey, yo, top 3 offers. That's who recruit you the hardest.
Yeah.
Somebody who don't do their homework and they got a list of questions they ask every single person. And I think that's disrespectful.
Exactly. I agree with that.
So I got to ask questions, man, because all y'all different. Custom to you.
Right. I appreciate that.
Man, we're going to have you on again, man. You do good things, man. This is what the show about. Y'all doing good things, so we want to promote y'all good behavior, man, doing out there and showing how the kids doing good things, man. But, man, If you don't kick me out, you don't say I'm gone. You know, I got a podcast, so I can talk. I got to get the gas. So, man, when we just get off now, I'll be talking for another 2 hours. Have a 2-hour podcast. All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
Of course, I appreciate you for having me.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.
As you see, that's a great kid, man. Really got a good head on his shoulders, man. Really do. Great interviewer. Dad has taught him well. He's going to have a big season. He's going to have a big season. He might lead them to state. I haven't really seen who in their classification will be in their way. But looking at that 3-headed monster they got and the sidekicks, really a 4-headed monster. They're going to be tough. They're going to be real tough to beat. And he's not living off his dad's name, what I like. He actually putting in the work and making a name for himself. That's why you go by Trey. See, that's another thing, too. That should show you who his mindset is. He love his dad. He love his grandfather. I know he do. But he want to make a name for himself. That's why you go by Trey. He the third. I didn't know he's the third. So you're really not junior. When they be putting junior, that's incorrect. You say he's a third, so. And he going by Trey because he want to make a name for himself. He don't want to live in his dad's footsteps. He want to make his own legacy on that, which is good. And his dad right there, coaching him up, getting there, prepping him, ask questions like, truth be told, that man, he not answer questions real good, man. He really do. He not answer questions very well. We're going to kick in the gear and go to the next thing. We'll go to the next one. And the next game we got over is that Holy Anderson's game and Wheeler game. This game didn't disappoint either. I said at the beginning of the season, I had Grayson winning this. I'm not too sure now, seeing more teams play and seeing how their teams develop and unfold. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure of that because Wheeler's getting better every game I see him. And they can win any kind of style of game. Led by Ricky McKenzie. You know what I mean? Kid would have had 18 points, if I remember correctly. Let me look at my sheet. Yeah, Ricky. No, he has 17, not 18. He has 17. And we had an interview with Caleb Wilson last week stating that he requested his schedule and he wanted this schedule. And so he got his schedule. The kid showed up. He showed up. He showed up big time. He showed up. I mean, he really showed up. He had 25 points and 16 rebounds. And he normally had more assists. He only had 3 assists, but Wheeler was playing real good defense. He showed up. That kid showed up, man. He showed why he one of the best players in the country. There's some other people on this team. I don't know if he had a bad night or the stage was too bright. Only time will tell. But that kid played big. He played real big. Scoring like that and getting 16 rebounds. I mean, that's insane, man. That's really insane what he has done and accomplished, man. That's why he's one of the best players in the country. So we'll go ahead and go in and cue up these highlights. So y'all can see what I saw if he wasn't there. Yeah, it didn't disappoint at all. I want to welcome Trey Scott to wrong button. Start over from again. But this game was a nice game. You got the Kennesaw commit right there. Look at that. He actually scored a lot of his points inside the post. He was really getting there, and he's really pushing the issue. This is the first game I really seen Caleb Wilson, and I like this right. He had a good game, and there's some really I don't see like that. I don't like that right there, Coda. Well, there's no need for that. Look at that air hole pass right there, man. That's one of the best passes you can make. Is unstoppable pass, like air hole pass. Look at that dunk right there. But there's some stuff in the game that the referees allowed to happen, and it didn't make no sense how Will got beat up and bullied. And it's no fault of the referee, and he's playing. Look at that right. Look at my boy Josh Hill. Pass from Coda right there. Like that whoosh. That's on the bottom of the net. That kid right there. That's one of the freshmen. That's on my freshman watch list. He had the best game of his high school career. 11 points. Man. He's so quiet and so reserved, but I like how he play. He had another third, too. Kevin Savage, the third, had a real good game. 4 rebounds to go with that, too, and 3 assists. The 11 points. Did real good. Look at it. Got his hands in there, deflected that ball. Get that. He really looked like he got this when he showed emotion when they make a big play like that. I like that. We got Coda right here. I wish he would have dunked this, man. I need some dunks from you because he's explosive. But, man. Willard was just a little bit too much for him, warm out in a low-scoring game. Caleb Wilson, I was going to say Caleb Hope. There's a lot of Calebs out there right now. But he didn't have the firepower backing him up at all. He didn't have the firepower all backing him up at all, as you could see. He didn't really have anybody else in it. Will Hopkins was trying to help him out. He played a good game, but he had a lot of and ones. I think they kind of got it, frustrated him, got in his head when the referee wasn't protecting him because if he would have retaliated, he would have got ejected. Like you saw one to play the dude just shoved him in the chest. Coda, there's no need for that to place in the game. And then number 11 on Wheeler. What's number 11 name on Wheeler? On there. James. James reminds me of, I was saying at the game, Matt Barnes. He reminds me of a young Matt Barnes. James does. Number 11 for Wheeler. Man, he mix it up. Oh, he mix it up. He play. I thought kids didn't play like that anymore. He play on the edge, some stuff questionable, but I like how he play because we need more kids playing tough nose like that, man. And we just not getting it. He was just not really getting that at all. Man, we ain't getting it at all, but that Mr. Caleb Wilson, man. If you lost the game, dude, you played big. Played very big. I was very impressed because how you played, you make me look like I know what I'm talking about. Played very well, man. I like that when you play like that because then it look like I know what I'm talking about, and then people actually listen to me, Caleb, when you play like that. Having 25 points, 16 rebounds, 13 was defensive rebounds, so that's 13 possessions. You got back with 3 assists, and you had 2 steals. Brother, you know, on day 2 recap, even you only played 1 game, and you're going to be a player profile, long list of people we're going to be talking about. And man, you didn't disappoint at all. Did not disappoint at all. My God, you showed up, dude. That's what I'm talking about right there, just showing up, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson. I still haven't came up with a nickname for you. I don't know. I kind of playing back with, but that's going to come to me. You're going to do something, and it's going to come in. I was thinking about the big ticket, maybe that, baby Pippin, little Pippin. But, man, had a monster game. Monster game. And then we got up next on here, this game right here. Score didn't reflect too much on how the game ended on Burkmar Hiram. Burkmar Hiram, it was, oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm getting messed up. I'm getting confused. The other game was like that, so I'm getting turned around a little bit. This game went down to the wire, man. But Burkmar, ooh. It seemed like what Norcross was been doing over the years. It's like all that accolades and winning and talent has transferred to Burkmark to me. It's like in Burkmark territory now, because Norcross going through some rough times right now. I know Jesse gonna get him back. He a fighter. He gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing. But this Burkmark Hiram game is a real good game. Hiram, I've been hearing about it. I ain't seen y'all play in years since Isaac Williams was over there. I ain't been in y'all gym. And he graduated probably 8 years ago, playing pro ball overseas. But seeing y'all at the showcase, I see what the buzz is and what people talk about y'all. And y'all are led by Chase Tyler, one of the best cornerbacks in the country too, and at least in the Southeast for sure. And they're led by them. And so, man, with no further delay, we're gonna jump right into these. We're gonna jump into these highlights, and we'll see what's going on right here. And then Burkmark, big man right here. I don't even know how to pronounce your name, man. Man, I don't even know how to pronounce that name of yours, man. I got to figure out how to pronounce it. I don't even want to kill it. But Riegling, last name Riegling, man, that dude right there. Nice. You got Eddie killing his. Ryan Williams right here. Getting busy right there. Getting busy. There's Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook came come along very well, very explosive. I apologize, Mr. Cook, that I missed that dunk at the beginning of the game. I'm only one man. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this guy right here, Raglan. Man, that dude nice. He slimmed down, tighten up the body, and get better. He's gonna really be a problem. Get more explosive. At 6'10", I like that big body. He move around real light. Like the bigs nowadays are light-footed. There's Eddie with another 3. Which is crazy. How they light-footed. But Hiram, man, Hiram looking like a Final Four team. It's amazing how much good basketball and all these different classifications going against each other, and the games are competitive. They are competitive. There's Ryan Williams right there with an and 1. Nice little pass right there. This dude right here. Man, this dude right here. I like this dude. That dude right there. Jaden, man. I want to be related to Charles, man. Nice little and 1 right there, too. Had a good game, too, man. Mr. Green. This was a real good game right here. Went down to the wire. Look at that bounce pass in between. The guy cutting to the goal right there. Man, that was nice. That's a beautiful thing right there, man. We about 50 minutes in on the License to Ball podcast. And if you stay all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Thank everybody. Tell a friend, retweet, repost, leave comments. Please leave comments and retweet and like. People need to see this. A lot of people don't know this show exists. This show only big as y'all want it to be. And so we need to get the show big and get out to the parents. Remember, we can do call-ins. So if they want to call in about their kid or about the game, we do call-ins. We had a couple call-ins already this year. But you can find us on all major platforms. Like and subscribe. I appreciate people coming up to me giving them feedback, especially on camera angles. I really didn't forget about camera angles. I got so much to do, and I kind of put stuff in. But if multiple people tell me something, I'll move it up the list and fix. I'm looking on stuff on the back end I need to do. Like with this switchboard right here, I need to organize all my sounds and redo them because they're out of order, well, I can find them quicker and put them together. That's like one thing I need to do big. Y'all don't even notice what's going on. But I know the sound should be so much louder. My voice should be so much louder this time around, man. And I have not looked at the schedule because this Hoopsgiving is a bear. I don't know where we're going to be next weekend, but we'll be at a showcase somewhere near you. We will be there. We're doing that. So appreciate everybody watching the show, man. Trying to think if I forget anything right now, man. And I hope y'all like these new camera angles. They're so much better. I hope for y'all like it on the angle. But we're going to have up next. That's what we will be doing. We're going to be doing day 2 sometime later in the week. Maybe by Thursday, we have a day 2 Hoopsgiving recap. And then we're going to just do 1 or 2 games, and we're going to really focus on the players that stood out, because you had 9 games, total 18 games in 2 days. And we're going to focus more on individual players that played on these teams that might not won, but played good, and highly ranked players that people need to know about and play good. So we're going to talk more about them and focus on that more in day 2 recap of the Hoopsgivings. Thank you for keeping it locked. And I'm your host, Hip Hop. Till next time, peace.